Hey guys, what's up? Sean here, and welcome to the Elektrify Wrestling Podcast, episode 6.
This is why we don't do numbers.
6, 7. There's a number. I'll figure it out at some point. I'm joined by.
You're joined by Scott, as always.
As always, you gotta go in the description. You gotta click links. You gotta subscribe. You gotta go to Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, wherever you gotta go. It says it down there.
There's
you can
links.
Go to my pages, his pages. He's got a link. I've got 3 links. And I think that's about it. So, what did you think of Raw?
I thought it was okay. I
mean, it was better.
I didn't hate it.
Better than SmackDown this week.
Let me say I didn't hate it. It was hard to follow up from last week's Raw, because last week's Raw was really good.
Yeah, compared to last week, though, this could have been a 2-hour show.
Yeah.
Last week I tried to figure out how to make it 2 hours, and I couldn't figure out what to cut. This week,
if this was 2 hours, it would have been a really good show.
Yeah, at 2 hours, this would have been better. And they again didn't have a music video, did they?
No, and they said there was a new song earlier in the day, and I still didn't get it.
Yeah. So it kicked right off with Bray Wyatt talking into a camera.
Yeah.
Like a pre-taped segment.
Selfie.
I really don't know what he said other than he's the best and you're bad.
Which
every time awful. Bray always says.
I have a fun stat for Bray after this match.
It was a Bray speech. He always gives the same speech, and then he goes on to lose, which, well, shockingly, that's what happened. So then Roman started talking.
Yeah, they did the selfie thing.
They did like the Matt Hardy Bray thing with Roman.
Yeah, and Roman was just in the locker room, so it wasn't fun.
He was weird. I didn't really listen to what they were saying because it was basically, I'm the best. No, I'm the best.
What I got from it was Reigns wins, LOL.
Yeah, so then they kick off right away with Bray versus Roman in a match.
I thought it was a good match. Until Sister Abigail happened, and then it got kicked out of.
Yeah, it's a unique, I like that they started the show without Kurt Angle in the ring, or Stephanie in the ring.
Oh, man, Kurt Angle's bad.
Kurt Angle then comes to the ring later in the night, but he does start off with restraint. The match was fine. The only problem with the match is there was no chance Bray Wyatt was ever winning this match.
Yeah.
And I knew that going in.
When the Sister Abigail was a little like, oh.
Well, there was a part where I was like, what if Roman's been losing a lot lately? I was like, is Roman like on a losing streak and then he's just going to beat Brock at Mania somehow? Like, just instantaneously.
Try and make him an underdog somehow.
I think it was this match. It could have been later in the night, but I am certain like Michael Cole or something said, "Oh, Roman's gonna beat Brock at Mania." He said something like that, like on commentary. It was like when Roman faces Brock at Mania, like it's the only person he hasn't beat or something. It was like,
thanks for the spoiler.
Why are you saying that out loud? But
I thought it was a good match. Only because this is one of Bray's better matches, and definitely in a long time.
Well, this is the problem. He has good matches if he gets put in the right matches with people who are actually decent. He just isn't allowed to win them, so it builds to nothing.
The best match I've ever seen Bray have is the one with Daniel Bryan at a Royal Rumble. I don't even remember what year. It was the year that Daniel Bryan won the title, actually. I
just hope that Bray gets eventually like the Miz treatment, where like after years of nonsense,
he starts winning.
It just suddenly they just like, oh yeah, you.
I want to read you a stat of Bray just to prove.
Stat for Bray.
Yeah. So the year 2014, he had 178 matches. He won 49 of them, lost 129. That's a win percentage of 27.5.
And that's 2014.
Okay.
Like the good times. These were the good times.
2015, 163. He had 28 wins. A 17.2 win percentage.
Why does he get in the ring even?
133 losses.
He's just doing damage to his body at this point. This is CTE.
And then 2016 and 17, he also had 133 each. Last year, he won a lot more than he did the year before, with 2016 being 24 total matches.
The best.
And he won the champion. No, that was the next year. Never mind. Sorry. And then 133 in 2017, 37 wins, including a WWE title run.
Well, to be fair, when you win the title, you lose every match on the regular show.
Yep, asked AJ Styles.
So, to be fair, that makes sense.
This was his best winning percentage since 2014, with 27.8.
Now, I know I've looked this up. Roman's win percentage is much higher in the past. But, like, there are a lot of guys whose win percentage is, like, a million negative.
Yeah.
Like, Seth Rollins, I think, is also in that.
It's really low. Well, that's because he was a heel forever.
But it's still, like, why is everyone losing every match?
Have you ever seen Neville's win percentage?
No. I've never bothered to look up Neville. Okay, so while you're doing that, I'll get to what happened after. So after the match, Matt Hardy jumps in the ring, and he's standing behind Bray, and he's going, delete, delete, delete. And Michael Cole's like, he doesn't know he's there. And then like a couple seconds later, he sensed him. He sensed him. No, he's screaming. And then he's like, ah! I wonder how he found out. So anyway, twist of fate, delete chants. The crowd was pretty loud for the deletes this time.
You know, the crowd wasn't bad considering they were in Iowa.
Yeah, the crowd
Let's say that.
They were into the deletes. I was like, oh, Matt's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So
he's not buried.
Neville's WWE career.
Yeah.
He had a total. Oh, they don't have a total. Okay. He went 325, 4 draws, and 84 losses. Neville. Yeah. Very random. And he left. Why?
Well, that's because
he lost Enzo.
No, that actually makes sense because no one's ever kicked out of his finisher.
Which is awesome, even though he left.
It's like, well, you can't lose if no one kicks out.
The only time he didn't win when he hit it was when against Seth Rollins on Raw in a open challenge for the title, and it's because he brought his foot so far back that it hit the rope. I was so upset. I was like,
so now backstage we go to Seth and Jason. They're gonna get their final shot at the bar, which doesn't make any sense because the bar gets 1,000 shots. So I don't know why they're in trouble. Jason says he's fine, everything's great, and that's it basically. Then I guess there were pre-taped promos for Mixed Match Challenge. Do you have anything about? I don't care about those.
Mandy Rose and Goldust were actually very good.
I'm now skipping every selfie promo because
I'm not gonna lie to you, they were fantastic, but that's literally the Mixed Match Challenge I'm talking about. I don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, so then Revival come out to the ring.
Oh, this was so confusing.
So I had missed somehow that this was a singles match to begin with.
Yeah,
because when they're coming down the ramp, Corey's like, they're tag team specialists, Michael. And I was like, oh, so we're having a tag match. Because the club was in the ring and, okay. No, we were having a singles match, but then somehow by talking, they got to book themselves a tag match. Yeah. I don't know. Kurt Angle just got overruled here by the Revival. Good that the club, hung out this time, didn't leave Finn.
I'd like to say if Luke Gallows ever got hurt, I would not mind the team of Finn Balor and Carl Anderson. Carl Anderson is very good. He had a good match.
I like Gallows.
I like Gallows too. I'm just saying they had a really good match. I like Gallows a lot.
The only problem with this is this is going nowhere.
No, not at all.
And it's just trading wins and losses every week.
Actually, since Jason Jordan, which we will get to probably when he comes back up, since he's out for live events, they have Finn teaming with Seth.
Which means Seth should join the club.
He should do something. I mean,
he
doesn't have a WrestleMania match now.
And then Bray goes around and starts building a Wyatt family.
And then it's the club versus the Wyatt family?
Yeah, and then Roman's over there like, Shield!
Do you want his Bludgeon Brothers back?
I don't care. I've always wanted Bray to collect the entire roster.
I just want him to collect Bo.
And then Matt should be collecting his own people he deleted.
His Woken Warriors.
Yeah, actually Bray...
I like when he deletes
Bray should be part of the Wyatt... No, Bray should be part of the delete club.
Yeah, he should delete.
Because he was deleted, so he joins Matt. But then Sister Abigail starts the Wyatt family with everyone else.
But isn't Sister Abigail him?
No, because when his mortal vessel is deleted, Sister Abigail's all that remains.
Oh, so there's not actually a Bray Wyatt.
No.
At all.
No.
Because he was deleted.
Yes. It makes sense.
See, this is what TNA would have done.
This is Matt's Twitter, okay? I'm just giving you Matt's Twitter.
Also, if TNA had Bray, he would be their champion. But
I think if they had
anyone, they don't have anyone.
Apollo Crews would be running away with it. Titus O'Neil would be running away with it.
This was a good match though for what it.
Yeah, I don't want the Revival to keep trading wins and losses.
I liked when Carl Anderson yelled "Hiya."
I don't get the sense that the crowd really gets what the Revival is.
No, they don't.
Or cares. So them trading wins and losses is not the way to build them up.
I like when they show videos for them, to promote them.
Nia got that weird video before the match. I don't know what was happening.
Because she's getting pushed again for 2 seconds.
I was skipping through, and then Nia's talking about I'm not like most girls. And I was like, wait a minute, going back, find out why you're not like most. What are we watching? Is there a documentary on you? Is there a WWE 24 Nia Jax edition? There wasn't.
Not yet.
Should be called Not Like Most.
Yeah, or she'll get the collection series like Alexa Bliss just got. Who I don't know who watched that.
Okay, so then Kurt Angle is gonna come out and reveal
They're just gonna reveal them. They don't have to work for it.
Well, to be fair, I thought about it. Yeah, there wasn't enough people. I was like, wait, why aren't they having matches? I was like, wait, there's like this is all
by who got a chance for the Raw one? Clearly, they didn't have enough either.
Yeah. Well, so then,
Sasha.
This promo or thing, whatever. Sasha and Bailey talking backstage about how they're going to be the ones who end Asuka's streak, basically. The acting was terrible. They don't interact really. I don't remember lately on Raw anyway, so why they were even having this conversation, I'm not sure. I don't know why Sasha's tablet was to her side and not in front of her. I don't know. I hated this whole thing.
It's time to turn Sasha heel.
Well, I thought it
was gonna happen.
That's kind of what happened.
Especially after they like shook her hand and stuff. I was like, oh, she's gonna come out and kill Bailey. No.
But like, why do I care if Sasha's not gonna give her secrets to Bailey?
What I think is gonna happen in the chamber is Bailey's gonna get rid of Sasha.
Did Sasha eliminate Bailey in the Rumble?
Yes, that's my point.
That's what I gathered.
They're gonna come back around and then do that, and then we'll get Sasha and Bailey at WrestleMania for nothing.
Will we though? Is there enough time on that show for that?
They'll make enough time.
I don't know. I completely skipped this 205 Live match.
Hey, 205 Live's on the up, but I didn't really care.
But tag matches are not on the up. I didn't care about that. Random tag matches are not on the up. Okay? I haven't checked out any of the 205 Live, but since they're doing a tournament thing, which is kind of what I wanted to do, not quite what I wanted to do.
Watch the past 2 weeks.
I think I should, but I'm not going to watch a random tag match.
Watch Hideo and Roddy from this week. You don't have to watch Kalisto.
You want me to watch Itama?
It was good.
All right. I don't hate Itama. I just like saying his name. Like Itama.
He's probably leaving anyways.
That's not even how you say his name.
He's going back to Japan.
That's sad.
Well,
after all his
he was supposed to be what Shinsuke is.
Well, he's tried to come back from injury for 9 years. You'd think he'd get to do it.
Oh, that's Kurt Angle.
So, all right, Kurt Angle comes out this segment. Basically, Kurt awkwardly reveals who's in the chamber, and by awkwardly I mean he's like, and next, Mickey James, yeah, woo, yeah. I was like, this is the reveal. Like, this is terrible. Like, why is he doing it like this? But then Alexa comes out.
Randomly got mad.
Okay, no. Alexa was right up until the part where it became, this is sexist. And I was like, wait, back it up. Because if this was, say, 4 years ago.
Yep.
Alexa wouldn't be on any card.
Yep.
Because it was sexist.
Yep.
Now, being on the show is what?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Alexa was doing really good until she said that.
Everything else was right. Like, why does Brock not have to defend his belt? And I do.
I like that one a lot.
But then Kurt said, you have defended since October, which
that was good too.
She was right by, you book the matches. However,
that was good.
He is also right. Brock's defended it many more times than she has since October. So,
which is crazy. Brock defended.
Actually, he's only done it once because he didn't actually have Survivor Series.
Yeah, he just fought, which she did too.
Yeah, but he was there. He showed up for once, but
he's fighting The Miz at a live event.
Yeah, I feel like Vince was like, "What's in the news these days? People like to say sexist. Throw it in there." And it was like he ruined a good segment. Like there was a good thing going, and then he was just like, "Let me read that. This isn't pop culture. How are we going to trend on Twitter? Let's trend." And he Googled trending topics, and he found that, and he just threw it in. Because it was a couple years ago, they wouldn't have even been on the show. That would have been way worse than being on the show. They now have their own chamber. That's way more interesting than
they had a match and the segment.
Yeah, so I thought that comment was annoying.
This match wasn't as good as the one.
Especially with they're complaining now about like on Twitter about Ronda and stuff. It's
well, that's just fake.
But just a couple years ago, they wouldn't have even had a segment with Ronda Rousey.
They wouldn't have been the main event. But
they would have brought in Floyd or McGregor or something. Yeah. They never would have brought in Ronda because who cares about the women?
Yeah.
Now they care about the women, so don't say that.
They complain too much.
It's just weird. Okay. Then John Cena yelled into a phone.
I hate those.
I skipped it because A, it was Cena, and B, it was a phone.
Didn't miss anything.
Nope. Feel like I never do.
But I'm missing nope, not yet.
Not yet, no. Then we had Bailey and Asuka. Number one best thing, won by armbar.
Yep.
We're doing it. We're having both as a finisher.
Yeah, she has
We're not doing one finish.
I love how she hits it too.
Yeah.
It's so good.
The only thing is,
sometimes she doesn't fully get
there comes a time where not every armbar is a flying armbar.
Yeah.
Some armbars could be regular armbars. You don't have to always be flying.
Yeah.
This one was the sloppiest I've seen. Which
well,
I blame
Shayna
Bayley.
does the real one.
I blame Bayley for this being sloppy.
Yeah.
Because
Bayley's having a tough time. She hit the...
I mean, she went from being on main event to being against Asuka this week, so that's good.
Asuka's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone does. She went for the best part is she tried for the Asuka lock.
The only entrance I watched on the show was Asuka's because now I'm into Asuka's entrance. She amuses me with her.
She's kind of
something about the mask.
Yeah.
And it just...
I don't know how the mask floats on her face, by the way.
That's it. She looks...
She just takes it right off.
She looks weird.
She's good, though.
Yeah. So that's the only entrance I watched this week. I skipped everything else. I caught a little bit of the club doing them.
Oh, we didn't even talk about how Nia and Asuka have to wrestle.
Oh, that was announced in that segment, wasn't it?
Yeah. Nia lost.
No, wait a minute. That was my other note, actually. Hang on.
What, that they kept saying that she was going to challenge for the Raw Tag Team title? I was like, no, she's not.
So, well, here's the thing. He says, if Nia wins, there will be a triple threat at Mania.
Yeah.
For the Raw Women's Championship.
Yeah, I was like, what?
And I was like, but Asuka didn't pick yet.
Yeah.
Asuka's not fighting. They can't... I mean, she can be in a what? A one-on-one? I don't know. I was like, what? And then, I'm sitting here thinking, if I'm Nia Jax, Asuka's undefeated, right?
Yep.
So it sounds easier to beat one person than to beat 5 others in the chamber. But Asuka hasn't been beat in 2 years or whatever. So it actually probably is easier to win the chamber. Why wouldn't I just want to win the belt today rather than fight Asuka for the chance to win the belt later against Asuka again, the way Kurt was describing it?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Nia's getting screwed here, and they were promoting it like Nia's getting a gift.
I would like to say that Nia is very unlucky in this situation, because if she somehow beat Asuka at a useless pay-per-view, I'd be pretty mad.
Well, the other thing, too, is like Bayley and Sasha had these matches against Asuka. They didn't get anything if they won.
No, they didn't.
If they won, they got nothing.
I feel like everyone should get something if they beat Asuka.
It's very weird. I didn't get the whole booking.
I understood not having Nia in the Elimination Chamber because, how was she going to lose?
Well, that's the thing. That's the problem. Because they won't let her win anything. Yeah. So they have to keep finding ways to make her not lose.
I can't see her not being.
Well, there's not going to be this match with Asuka. No one's getting pinned.
No.
Some crazy shit's happening again.
She better not hit a flying armbar on her.
Actually, no. Do it, and Nia just stands there with her on her arm and just flings her off of it.
But I don't want Asuka to lose, but I don't want Nia to lose either. Nia's actually grown on me in the fact that she deserves.
She's grown on you. She's been the best for years.
Nope.
Since Hell in a Cell 2015, when I wore my Nia Jax shirt when she wasn't there. And I got many compliments.
Hey, she's coming to Boston.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But this
she's
match...
going to fight Brock.
That's
your dream match.
Oh, my God. I'd buy whatever the most expensive ticket was. I don't care. But
front row.
Yeah, I'd have a sign. Oh, my God. I'd be hyped. This match was fine. It's not as good as last week with Sasha.
Well, no, because Sasha's better.
Yeah, and the other thing is Bayley's
also the good guy.
Bayley has the Becky Lynch problem. I don't want her to win because I don't want to see her finish her. I don't want to see that thing happen.
I like Becky.
Disarm her.
I know.
Disarm her.
I wish everyone had 2 finishers.
No, I wish she had 10 and none of them were that.
Let me say, Nia technically has 2.
Yes.
She randomly wins with the Samoan drop sometimes.
Yes. One by leg drop this week.
I like the leg drop because she killed her.
I like the Samoan drop better.
Well, yeah, because it's more.
Because they're so small, it makes them die.
But the leg drop's funny.
Yeah.
Because she just kills them.
So, after the match, Asuka shook Bayley's hand. Or tried to.
They did shake her hands.
Okay. Why?
I really wanted Asuka to take her head off.
Well, Asuka spent the weeks before the Rumble flinging everyone over the top rope. Now she's friendly.
She's trying to be nice. Asuka would be such a better heel, by the way, especially since she's undefeated.
I still think she is a heel. They just don't know it yet. It's still...
Her versus Charlotte.
She's way more likable than Roman, but she gets a Roman-y vibe.
I called her Roman the other night. I was like, she's so Roman, and I can't take it anymore.
But
I don't want her to lose.
See, when she's on the top rope, though, she smiles.
Yeah.
Roman has never smiled in his life.
Yeah, he just did
It's my yard. Speaking really quick, this is a terrible thing to talk about because it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But the WrestleMania Orlando 24 episode or whatever it was, I was kind of with Roman until at the very end of it, he's like, but it's my yard now.
Oh,
and I'll take care of the yard.
Yeah, you're right.
I was like, Roman, I liked you for a minute. Just shut up.
He was being like really respectful and cool, and then he became Roman.
Yeah, you got the idea that he understood what he did.
Yeah.
And then he said that. I was like,
he said he was going to protect it or something.
yeah. I was like, that's
nice, but
you don't need to tend to the flowers, Roman. It's fine. Like, don't fertilize it. Just shut the fuck up.
Did you see
Get
the
out.
Deleted scene of Undertaker?
No.
Getting shots into his leg.
Oh god, when he got out of the limo.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, he can't even walk in the building.
He was getting shots into his leg just to wrestle one match a year.
He might be better now, though. He did have the surgery.
That's true.
So, might be better now. But when he tried to get out of that limo, I was like...
See, he retired perfectly, but every single part of me wants Undertaker to have one more good match.
I just want it to be... I would take Titus O'Neil, Apollo Crew, anyone who's not Roman Reigns.
Well, you're going to get John Cena.
That's okay. I'm good with that.
John Cena will not hurt him.
I wish that match happened a long time ago, so I'm good with that.
When we get to the main event, I have something to say about John Cena, by the way.
So, The Miz came out.
This was actually a good match. Apollo is like randomly looking good on a week-to-week basis. He's just not winning.
He has no character.
He's literally being brave, but no character.
Yeah.
If you combine the two, they'd be a really good loser.
If they would give him a character, he'd be all right.
Well, yeah, he doesn't have a character. He just walks out there and is part of Titus Worldwide.
Yeah. He could use a shakeup.
He could use a lot.
But I don't know that sending him to SmackDown would help right now because SmackDown is both a mess
he could use,
and shorter.
This is going to sound awful, but he could use an injury. Or like time away.
Yeah.
Come back with an actual like thing.
So this was for the title. Or was it? No, this was for the Chamber. This was the one for the Chamber, sorry.
I was cheering for Apollo.
SmackDown had the title with Bobby. I'm getting lost in which mid-card title was on the line here. This was for getting into the Chamber. Which kind of gave away the Miz.
Oh yeah, Curtis Axel was missing.
So the Miz won. It was decent. Like, it's good, except...
Cruz looked good. Miz didn't do anything.
You knew what was going to happen here.
Miz took every move.
You knew how this was going to end. But it's fine. You know, it's okay.
And then we get to the wonderful segment of Jason Jordan.
So then backstage, Kurt Angle basically explains to Jason that you're not eligible to compete because your neck's broken.
Which is true.
Which is true, but like...
I don't know why they kept putting him on TV either.
Why was he there like an hour and a half ago saying he's good to go? And
yeah, what a liar.
Like when he showed up to work, Kurt should have been like, get out of here. Your neck's broken.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why this happened mid-show. So Seth needs a new partner. Up walks Roman Reigns, which everyone then cheers. They never really broke up, but the Shield's over.
You know why they cheered. It wasn't because it's Roman Reigns. It's because he's with Seth.
But like, the Shield's over, isn't it?
They're over, but they're not.
Like
they always I forget what they said. They're like always together. Or
the Shield reunion was so botched into. They can never do it again. It's botched to hell.
I think what hurts more is every time Seth has a opponent for WrestleMania, they get hurt.
Well, what I hated was they united to face the Miztourage. But the club WWE, not the fucking Miztourage. And then it just all fell apart anyway. And now we got Jason Jordan. And then he fell apart.
May I say about Jason Jordan, he looks very stupid smiling as Roman Reigns. And Seth Rollins walked away. He's like really happy.
So then the bar and the Shield.
For the titles.
Fight for the titles. I don't know. Now I guess Seth is entitled to a rematch. So
his last ever.
There's going to be one regardless of whether it's the right team or not.
Well, because he's dead.
But like... Can you cash in your rematch clause?
Can you just not have Rollins be in the tag team picture anymore?
So, I'm going to say this for you. I thought this was Seth Rollins' best match I've ever seen.
I wrote, best Rollins has looked in a long time.
Okay, so we're in agreement.
It's like he was in his hometown or something.
This is the first time I liked Seth ever.
He did every move like he's ever done.
And in the end, for whatever reason...
The worst ending ever.
There was like an eye poke. And then stuff happened.
It was so bad.
And then Jason gets involved. And then they tell Jason to leave. And then Jason doesn't leave. Then Sheamus and Cesaro try to leave. Jason tries to stop them, which was fine. But then Jason punches him in the face. DQ. The bar wins. The titles don't change. Or the Shield wins. The bar retains. And we're done.
They also ran the angle after this, like backstage, that they were still going to wrestle. I was like, no, they're not.
So I have no idea what was going on.
I'm just happy you noticed that looked good.
Yeah, I'm tired of the bar.
Yep.
I'm tired of the Raw Tag Division.
You're tired of the bar. I have to support the bar for the rest of the year.
I like that. Luckily, my support is only on takeovers.
Luckily, my support is they are always tag team champions.
Would I have Tori Wilson with my one?
Yeah. Mine was Lana.
Go to Tori's fitness website and buy a fitness thing.
Don't like Lana.
There's an app, I think. I don't know what you can do.
I knew we were going to get Lana.
There was apparently a selfie video from Braun Strowman. I see this as well.
You know who didn't get one? Elias. Thank you.
Oh, God. We haven't even got to the Elias part of the show.
Hey! Leave Elias alone.
Okay, so now Nia had a really...
The woman got 3 matches. Wow.
Nia had a really bizarre video before her thing. Which
you were happy about it.
Like most. Well, that's not where it came from.
Because they're acting like she's a big deal again.
And then she murdered a jobber.
Murdered. It was great, though.
I
don't know why she's fighting jobbers now, though.
Yeah, why?
3 years.
That's how you debut someone, not how you, like, just randomly...
That's like if they had Bray fight a jobber.
Well,
you know it's the same thing.
Well, or Braun at this point.
Well, I mean, Braun
He started with the jobbers.
Yeah, but Braun wins.
But now he's moved on.
That's how Braun got over. And I have something to say about Braun and Elias and CENA.
So then, so he fights the jobber, which then means we have to have Mickie James versus Sonya Deville. Because couldn't have Nia versus one of them.
I was actually very mad about this match.
I barely paid attention.
Because Mickie James won.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even know.
I like the absolute.
That's how much I cared about those.
Except for when Paige was out there. It's very annoying because she just stands there. Did you see when they beat up Mickie after the match? She's like 10 feet away. She's like, yeah, hit her! I was like, wow.
Well, that's the thing. Like, Jason at least threw punches while he was out there.
Yeah, she doesn't do anything.
So
I don't think Absolution should be losing.
Sonya Deville, the not gloved version, lost. I just keep pointing out.
I like Sonya Deville.
Her gloves went missing one week, and
Sonya Deville's terribly timed, though.
Yeah,
terribly timed.
I don't know what the point of Sonya Deville is. So I don't know what the point of any of these 3 women groups are in either brand.
I like this one way better than the other one.
Paige isn't here, so it doesn't matter. Like, Paige is only...
She is there.
So then Elias...
Oh, yeah, Alexa randomly saved Mickie James, too.
Oh, I did see that, yes. That's what happened. I don't know. After spending months calling her old.
I pay for Elias singing about Brock Lesnar.
So, Elias sung a song. They really like when Elias sings songs.
I do, too.
I only kind of like when Elias sings songs.
They boo him out of the building. It's great.
I don't know. Something about the songs.
This match frustrated me.
Well...
Are we getting into the match?
Yeah, we're getting into the match. Braun is Nia Jax.
Actually,
Bray Wyatt.
What I said about Braun was Braun has become what Roman was supposed to be. Everyone likes him.
Yeah, except he always loses or doesn't.
Well, he doesn't get pinned. That's the thing.
They're protecting him. But that's Nia, too. She doesn't win anything because she doesn't get pinned.
I'm just saying, to the fans is what I'm saying. Braun has become what Roman was supposed to be.
And Nia's become what Karma was.
That's not a good thing.
No, so look out.
Okay, but Roman was supposed to be the top guy. Now Braun's.
But there's only so much time that you can be the don't get pinned person.
Yeah, that's true.
We're running out of time on the don't. Because look, he's lost to Brock. He's never won any of the multi-mans he's in. He only beats Kane. I don't know. Why do I care about the guy who only beats Kane?
I'm just happy that
if he wasn't flipping trucks over, it wouldn't be working. If he was just doing the matches,
because I hate the trucks.
If he was just doing the matches, it wouldn't be working.
Oh, and also, I feel like CENA versus Braun should have been something built up.
Yeah,
at least the AA.
So they team up. They use the guitar and
that
then
was great.
AA onto the steps, which takes Braun out for a bit.
Which was frustrating because that's a moment you save for a long time.
Yeah,
but clearly CENA.
But this match was to be last into the chamber.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a big deal.
Wasn't a big deal because of who won, and he's not going to win the chamber.
So then Strowman gets bumped out of the ring, and stealing the pin from Braun Strowman is Elias, which, if you recall, you don't probably, but when we predicted SummerSlam, I said that Braun should do the finisher, get knocked out of the ring, and Braun steals the pin by using the... Or Brock steals the pin by using the Braun power.
You think Brock's still going to be there?
This is what happened here. Elias used the power of the Strowman to beat the Cena.
My question is, how was Elias able to push Strowman?
Yeah, why did he just fall over? And then why did he not get back up?
Good for Elias.
So Elias wins. He's last into the chamber. He's number 6.
And then he got killed.
And then the Braun destroys them.
This was a weird end.
His music stops.
Yep, and then you're like, oh, so he's going to do it again.
And then he's like standing on the top rope.
He started to hug up.
He stands on the top rope and like starts talking to the crowd.
And he was like,
should we do it again? Yeah.
Yeah?
First I thought he was like, where's my music? Why can't I hear my music? And then like he goes to destroy him again. You can see and hear Cena talk to him twice. He was like, oh, get Elias again. And then he like rolls over to the corner and it's like, shut up, John.
It was a New Japan thing today?
I don't know.
There's so many.
So he then power slams them both again and stands tall as the show ends. Yep. So overall, this was worse than last week. Better than SmackDown both weeks. So, but 2 hours would have done it good because
let me say Raw's on a roll.
We could have cut Mickie James and Sonya Deville
and Nia and the Jobber.
Nia and the Jobber.
Honestly, you didn't really need any of them.
But even if we cut that,
cut the 205.
If we cut that, the 205 and the Kurt segment
and Finn and
the show would
Revival,
but everything else would have fit in 2 hours. If you cut, that would have been an hour. Yeah. So you could have had Finn and Revival.
Oh, where was Curtis Axel? Did they say?
Where did the club go last week during the main event?
That's also true. They left.
I don't know.
Did I miss anything?
I didn't miss it. Well, actually, no, I did miss something. My favorite part of the Nia and the Jobber match, which I have a note here, was Nia looks at the ref, count it! And then they show the replay, count it! I was like, yes, Nia, yes.
I didn't miss anything.
You're the best.
Elias.
No, I was only bitching about Nia wins. It's a triple threat, but Asuka didn't choose. And I think he sensed him. Dude is screaming delete. That's all I wrote. So, overall, it's a B. It's a B. It's all right.
I'll give it a B minus.
I wouldn't watch it again.
No.
There's nothing I want to see again.
Yeah, let's say there was no segment I'd watch again.
Like the week before, I could watch Asuka and Sasha again.
You still wouldn't, but
I did actually, kind of, because I had to go back and write down what I actually liked. So I did actually, because I was so into watching it that I didn't write down what I wanted to write down.
I'm telling you though, if you want to watch the best match so far this week, I haven't watched NXT because it hasn't happened tonight. Well, it happens tonight is my point. Definitely watch Roderick Strong versus Hideo. Triple H is making 205 Live great again, or great. I don't think it was ever great.
Yeah, well, it's going to have to ignore like 6 months of its history, including a certain somebody.
Skip the first 25 minutes exactly.
Okay. So, we're going to go take a break. When we get back, we'll do SmackDown, which was not as strong as Raw, but hey, what are you going to do? While we're at break, which is only going to be a second for you guys, you should click the links below and do whatever you got to do. Hey, we're back with SmackDown Live, which, before we start, not the best show.
No.
I don't know what happened to SmackDown.
Sometimes they start off good and then sometimes...
This opening segment with Shane and Daniel...
got good and then ended.
But it felt like it was the writers being like, yeah, we don't know what we've been doing for the last 6 months either. Sorry. Like, because Shane was basically speaking for everyone who's had to watch this. Like, what is Daniel doing? What is going on?
Yeah.
So basically... He says, you know, Daniel, you're living vicariously through Kevin and Sammy because we know you want to wrestle, but you can't because brain injuries.
What was the exact quote he said that he wants to wrestle or something?
That was pretty...
Oh, he says he knows Daniel Bryan wants to compete in the ring again more than anything in the world. And at that moment, I was like, and...
So, Daniel, me, you, Hell in a Cell.
What's worse is that he just skipped over it.
They just moved on. And now, if this isn't going to happen, they're being...
a lot of waste.
They're being dicks to Daniel.
Well, Daniel said if he's not wrestling by WrestleMania, he's leaving.
They keep bringing this up for him on TV. Just shut the fuck... If he's not going to actually do it, stop saying it, people. So, I think he's wrestling.
If he doesn't, they lose probably their biggest guy.
So quickly, who's he fighting at Mania?
I mean, the tag team match would make most sense to me, but like every week it seemed more him and Shane.
Yeah, because tagged with who?
Exactly. Well, no, with Shane.
But why?
Exactly. That's my point.
Like, they can't.
It's just I feel like that was what the lead was at one point.
Because it felt like Sammy and Kevin versus Shane and Daniel.
Him and Shane makes the more sense.
But like, I'd rather him versus Sammy, or him versus Kevin.
Thanks.
Or a triple threat between them.
You know what we're probably gonna get? We're probably gonna get him versus Shane. The winner has custody of SmackDown
in a street fight.
No, because we're trying to keep Daniel.
Oh wait, is Shane in a real wrestling match like last year?
Oh,
they already did that though.
Okay, then I like the triple threat because that'd be a good match.
It would, but then I feel like Kevin and Sammy are breaking up, so then it can't be a triple threat.
Sammy was good as a heel,
or it can't be a tag match, so there has to be a triple threat.
It's a mess. AJ showed up.
Oh, AJ came out.
He yelled at both of them.
Basically, he's like, "You bunch of idiots! Every time you guys do something, it makes my life miserable. I hate you both. I'm going back to my farm."
He said everything except for the farm.
And then he went back to the farm where he didn't compete.
AJ is literally us. He's like, "Can you guys just stop? I don't care.
I don't get what's happening. I work here and I don't get it. Somebody help."
Yeah, the best wrestler in the world.
I don't want none, he said.
Yeah, bad. Not good.
That's what he said.
And he built SmackDown, if you didn't know.
Oh, the house that AJ Styles built, and the crowd said it with him. Yeah. He can't move to Raw. I discovered that.
No, he built that. He didn't build Raw.
His only slogan is about SmackDown. Yeah. So he can't leave.
Or AJ Styles.
Which isn't as good.
Which Shinsuke said.
That's just him saying his name.
Shinsuke lasted about 2 seconds on the show.
Backstage, the New Day ate pancakes.
Oh, and they made fun of Corey and Booker.
Which is hilarious. I'm not going to find him in an airport. But if I see him in a Starbucks, let me tell you, I will beat his hair down or whatever the fuck he's done.
They said so. Cole said like...
He's college-educated, man.
On Raw, Cole said something to Corey about it.
I don't know. Oh, Coach was bad on Raw, by the way.
He had a bad show. I
don't like him.
I do, but...
I would like him removed immediately.
I like him better than Booker.
Just Corey and Michael, please.
I want a 2-man anyways.
Like, why are we doing the 3? Why you barely have 2
I
good
think what
people.
They should have done was go to 2, have Corey and Michael on Raw.
Byron and Phillips.
No. If the plan was to bring Coach in, you just get rid of Byron. But, I hate Byron.
Tom Phillips and Coach would be awful.
Tom Phillips grew on
but
me
they're both play-by-play. It would be bad.
I keep thinking...
You can't pair Coach with
I keep
anyone.
thinking of a place to put Coach, and then I'm like, well, every show has a different play-by-play.
He could be Renee Young.
No, because Renee Young is not even Renee Young anymore. She just doesn't show up. She just has her one...
She interviewed somebody.
Naya.
Oh, was that it? Okay. Somebody talked. I was like, I saw it.
Yeah, let's move on from that. Okay.
AJ Styles talks to Shinsuke.
Oh, Shinsuke said he was going to beat him.
Okay.
Hey, he's telling it like it is.
I mean, he's talking like AJ's still going to be the champ going into Mania.
Which he is.
We don't know that yet. Fastlane.
Speaking of...
Daniel B. Bryan. I have a fear that somehow AJ loses his belt.
Before?
Yep.
That'd be bad.
They are talking...
I mean, Shinsuke versus Sammy wouldn't be bad.
I feel like they're going to troll us.
Yeah, they probably will.
Because they keep saying like, oh, AJ and Shinsuke Mania. AJ and Shinsuke Mania.
Instead, we're going to get Shinsuke
and we're going to get Daniel versus AJ.
I think we should just get lucky. We didn't get Shinsuke versus Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin.
Remember, he was Money in the Bank. Just saying.
Hey. So, Charlotte
versus Jobber.
Versus
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan, the local talent.
This match took way too long. It had a commercial.
I barely
I skipped it. I skipped to the end, and I was like, yay, she lost.
I watched the 4-minute clip on YouTube after to see what I missed, because I was like, I don't care. The figure 8.
Charlotte's planning
Ladies and gentlemen, the figure 8.
Charlotte's going to beat them all, she said, so that's good.
Yeah, the other 2 I can't name.
And no other women were on the SmackDown show.
Not even the number 4 ranked superstar.
We didn't get there yet.
Well, we're going to get there. Tom Phillips did a thing with Roman and Titus, which I didn't see because I skipped.
It was just the Black History Month.
I skipped commercials, which means I don't ever catch these things.
And Kevin said he wants to see how Sammy handles losing.
Which, what What do you mean? He literally has lost like his entire WWE career.
Oh, their friendship. What happens to their friendship?
It ends. And they have a ladder match.
Anyways, Bludgeon Brothers
beat the local talent. This is a lot of local talent.
I enjoy the
I know I'm
Brothers.
considering Liv Morgan local talent, but there's a lot.
This is the most athletic Eric Rowan's ever looked in his life. I know you're a big fan of Eric Rowan.
The problem with this is
they're not going to win.
Well, they're facing jobbers.
Well, and then they're going to face the Usos.
In the penitentiary.
Usos.
In the Uso penitentiary match.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, God. The Usos come out after, and they do the same thing they did last week, basically. They walk past each other.
They said something that, like...
But in reverse now.
Oh, no, they were talking about their old gimmicks. That's about all I got.
Yeah, I don't get why they're cutting these, like, rap promos.
Well, I know this week, because, like, he had to wrestle after, but...
But, like...
But Roman fights twice, pal.
The promos are fine, but they're directionless. Like, they don't mean anything. They're just nonsense words. Like, they're doing a really good job at, like, doing the promo, but I don't need to hear this. Like, this didn't change my perception of anything, other than, yeah, I did hate your other gimmick. And this one is not growing on me the more you do this kind of promo.
I missed their heel, this gimmick.
Yeah,
it lasted about 2 months.
Then
they fought the New Day.
Then they got over.
SmackDown Top 10.
Oh, God, the SmackDown Top 10. Let's pull up the Top 10 list.
Now, here's my problem with the Top 10 list.
Everything.
What's the point of having champions on there? And why aren't they 1 through 4?
So, there's two. First, you're right. Second, there should be separate lists for the men, women, and tag.
That would be so many lists.
But it should be used as rankings like in boxing, MMA, that kind of thing.
I laughed at how low Randy Orton was, by the way.
Because,
like, that's not how it's supposed to. I don't know how it's supposed to go.
Well, I don't know what the fuck it's for either now. Because
I mean, if Naomi gets a title shot next week, then I'll understand.
She's basically from Miami, Naomi.
She is from Miami.
So, but like, it should be used the way I was saying, because otherwise, the top 2 are the champions. There's 2 other champions on the list. There's random women mixed in here, and Kevin and Sammy are nowhere to be found. They're fighting for the title.
It states they will use this list to make brand decisions and to plan matches. A new list will be revealed each Tuesday night.
Which means people are going to move on and off the list.
So does this mean next week all these people will be on the show? That's what we have to follow.
But okay, so
I promise you, Becky Lynch will not be on the show because I fight this every week.
So let's use this to book the show right now, real quick.
Okay, Becky versus Naomi.
And AJ versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship live on Tuesday Night
What
SmackDown.
this would really mean, okay, is it would be Becky versus Naomi for #1 contendership against Charlotte, technically.
But this means we have to ignore the 1 and 2.
Yes.
Well,
I don't understand the 1 and 2. They said for new opportunities. Why do you put the champions?
most important thing on the top 10 are number 1 and 2.
Yeah, well, AJ's never not going to be #1. Let's be serious.
No, next week it'll be fucking Naomi. She's climbing.
I don't know. When they were going through the list, they said 10 Ty Dillinger. I was like, ha, 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 ha. Not funny. 9 Randy Orton. So I was like, okay, I'm already
And then the
confused.
Bludgeons aren't on here.
Nope. Then 8 Becky Lynch. I was like, I'm fine with that because I like Becky.
I was fine until I found out Naomi was 4.
Yeah. I was happy for Becky.
I really hate that Naomi's 4.
Becky hasn't been on SmackDown since like 2 weeks before the Rumble.
But like, remove the I think Bobby Roode should
also
be here.
New Day higher than the Usos.
But what they should have made it a top 5. And then had the top 5 for the mid-card title, the top 5 for the top title, the top 5 for the women, top 5 for the tag team, and then book based on those lists like that. Like, you want to crack into the top 5.
And if that's too hard for them, just have the champions not on the top 10.
But, like, you have to... Okay, I know they did this segment where they, like, announced it.
Yeah.
But if you moved forward with what I'm saying, you could just show on their card when they come out, like, number 5, like they do in UFC. Like, he's the number 3 middleweight, and it just says it next to their name.
I was going to say AJ #1.
Well, because then you don't have to, like, you don't have to keep... Like, it would be annoying if Dana Bryan would be like, here are the 7 lists of the week. Like, that would be terrible. But, like, if you just did it like I'm saying... Because then if we saw, like, Ty Dillinger's number 5... Can he get into the top 2 and get a title shot? Like, that would be exciting if, like, the number 5's facing the number 1. Like, if he beats him, he's going to climb the list. But what the fuck is this list?
Kevin and Sammy are on it.
It's like, you can't ever have the 2 champions drop to, like, number 10. Oh, the WWE Champion's the 20th ranked SmackDown Live participant.
You know what's stupid about this? They pick. There's no heels on this.
Well, that's the thing, too. Like, the heels are not eligible.
Yeah, because they're not liked.
It shouldn't be kayfabe.
It's baloney.
It's terrible.
So my top 10 for next week will be...
that disappointed me.
If I have to follow them, it'll not have Ty Dillinger on it. Naomi will fall off the list.
Randy's climbing.
I was actually happy with Randy's one moment.
No. But Kevin, they screwed it up. They have been doing so good. The only thing they do right in production is his RKOs out of nowhere.
And they showed him.
I saw him crawl in, and then Tom Phillips was like, I don't know where it came from. I'm like, I do. He was right there.
After the match, I want to pitch my new idea for Randy Orton.
But I was excited for this top 10 thing when I thought it was what I was saying.
Instead, we get AJ.
This was just a list of 10 champions.
Yeah.
Kind of. Like,
I mean, Ty Dillinger gets a title match. Good for him.
But yeah, next week, like...
Becky better get one.
I say Ty's off. Kevin and Sammy have to be on, but unless heels are banned. And then...
Naomi should fall.
The Bludgeons have to be climbing. The New Day should be off the list since they didn't compete the week before.
Or this week.
But they don't compete. Why are you on the list? I don't know.
They had more pancakes.
So then, there were more pancakes and more.
It's Rusev Day.
Basically, they were hosting this episode like they hosted Mania.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they were doing. Then, Aiden English comes out to sing a song. He sings a song. Rusev comes out. We're having a U.S. title match. Rusev versus Bobby Roode.
I was really excited until Bobby Roode won.
Yeah, you knew that was happening.
I know.
So, I don't know why you got excited.
But I didn't get my double term, which I knew I wouldn't get. But I did at least get a new challenger at the end.
I'm going to do the Alexa Bliss here. Why is Bobby Roode being forced to defend his title so damn much? What did this guy do?
He does defend his title more than everyone.
He had to go on
because
the
the U.S.
show.
title. It's the Open Challenge title.
Yeah. But this wasn't even an open challenge because it was a qualifying match for this. It makes it not the open challenge. That makes it Daniel B. Bryan.
Bobby Roode needs to turn more than anything in the whole wide world.
Yeah. Then he got RKO'd.
Also, Rusev might be the most over human being there is.
Then he got RKO'd, and then everyone got RKO'd. Which means we're getting Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode.
That's cool. That's not what I expected.
Is it, though? Because what happens when Randy Orton beats Bobby Roode?
And I'm fine with it. I don't care.
But then Randy Orton's back on top for no reason.
I just want one of those two to turn heel.
Isn't Randy?
No.
He's a randomly RKO'ing everyone.
He's just Randy.
That would make him...
I was going to say is my pitch is just to make him, for the rest of his career, just show up and RKO people.
Well, I think that his match versus Bobby should be an RKO out of nowhere match. You can't do any other moves. You only are allowed to attempt RKOs.
Are you saying that Randy does other moves?
He does the
also,
DDT.
Anytime an RKO is kicked out of is stupid.
See, we could have done a list of moves that should never be kicked out of.
I thought we were doing that and the other one.
Well, we can do both, I guess. We'll make it work.
Okay.
We just don't want this episode to be too long.
It won't be
We're doing
too
good
long.
for time today.
Yeah, because SmackDown's
But last
boring.
week, literally half of what we did was the question at the end. Like, that was most of the time.
It was a hard one.
It was, yes, but...
Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable have been fallen.
They have joined the Fashion Files, which includes the Ascension, and they had a match, which, of course, they beat the Ascension.
They look good.
But I...
Didn't care.
Don't care about this at all. At all. The New Day ate more pancakes and answered more questions.
On this, they said Kofi is going to win the WWE Championship in 2018. And I said that better, like, actually turn into something rather than just them saying it.
I would hate that because...
The New Day, I understand.
No, because it would be them fucking doing some
But
shit.
I like Kofi.
But they would cheat somehow with like a pancake or a trumpet and then they'd be like, but aren't they so lovable? Sell merch. And I'm like,
They cheated.
They always cheat.
Main event. We already got there.
Sammy and Kevin.
Oh, actually, Sammy cut a really good promo before this.
Did he? I missed it apparently.
He did.
I didn't care about the promos.
He's very good at being serious.
At Gorilla.
Yeah.
The weird promo at Gorilla.
Yeah, they've done that 2 weeks.
Yeah, the Sasha got to be a Gorilla. I forgot that Gorilla. I saw this.
Sami Zayn's doing very good.
See, I forgot it because it happened at Gorilla, and I'm used to promos not happening.
They should have turned Sami Zayn heel before like he even showed up.
This match was good, and then it had to end with the DQ because every match ends with the DQ.
AJ's dumb. Oh, let me just punch him and assume that nothing happens. Yeah. Also, why did we act like they both got DQ'd? Technically, Sami Zayn was the one that got
Yeah.
hurt.
I knew going into this that this was going to end
Yeah.
in a DQ or some shenanigans, but
It was a good match.
the problem is it was a good match, but of course it was a good match. Kevin and Sammy always have a good match.
That's true.
But if no one's going to win, then
They even chanted "Fight Forever" again.
because I don't really like. I like them having matches, but again, they've overdone it. So
this was a new dynamic, though. They were both heels.
but it made them this now. It didn't end in any finish at all, and it wasted another use of this match. Where now I'm like, and we're gonna see it again and again, and I've seen an extra one that didn't. Even
I think
count.
the triple threat will be good. Have AJ in there. I mean, how could it not be good?
Because it's gonna end in shenanigans.
Well, that's what SmackDown Live has become.
But that's why it's not going to be good, because I'm going to be into it, and then Daniel Bryan's going to run
I
down with
need
a
a
steel
shake
chair.
up so bad.
Because remember, triple threats.
SmackDown needs a shake up more than anything.
What are the rules of triple threats we learned on Raw? No DQ.
Oh,
Down comes Daniel B. Bryan.
I just remember why the top 10 was like it was.
Oh my god, a 4-way.
That'd be good.
I am worried that the Shinsuke AJ match is going to turn into like everyone a 6-pack challenge.
Well, I don't want that to happen at WrestleMania.
It's going to be a
like
6-pack challenge.
But what I was going to say was, I know why the top 10 had Naomi so high. Because Vince was like, "Oh, it's Black History Month. We got to get her up there." Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't. Is Naomi doing anything on SmackDown?
No, that's my point.
I don't think I've seen her since she lost the belt.
Vince was like, Black History Month. Get her on there.
She's not number 4.
No, I know. I'm just saying. That's
Kevin and Sammy on the list. She can't be 4.
Trying to give her a reason. Would Sammy and Kevin be together? I want them to get the tag team titles.
They're not.
I know.
Y2AJ, baby. So
they sold the shirt for that.
AJ beats everyone up. Daniel Bryan announces a triple threat. AJ stares everyone down.
I like how AJ wasn't really shocked this time. He didn't act stupidly shocked.
AJ's like,
okay.
Here comes the authority figures again. I'm fucked. There they go. They're going to make a stupid match.
Shane seems to never be there when he makes these matches.
Yeah. So
then he gets mad.
This show, much, much worse.
I'm going to give it a D+.
Yep. I had to scroll back through because I couldn't remember. The only thing that wasn't terrible was Bobby Roode and Rusev and the main event, which was like a half hour worth of TV.
I want more Sami Zayn and Kevin and less everything else.
But I don't want more because more of that means more.
Well, I said everything else. That includes everything else.
Well, you're not going to get it that way. So
also, Rusev.
This is
again,
not a have it your way
before
situation.
we move on from SmackDown, Rusev, very over.
Doesn't matter.
No, I know. They'll never capitalize.
So is Matt. So was Bray at some point in time.
Matt was over this week.
That's not going to go anywhere.
No.
He's never winning anything.
No.
He couldn't win the Cruiserweight title.
That's true. Have you seen him try to get up? He's definitely not a cruiserweight.
We don't know that. You know how 205 is actually heavier than they make it sound like.
I know.
205 is John Jones. You know, like, not most people are not. Matt might be 195. We don't know.
I think we know.
He could be right in there.
I didn't know Roderick Strong was.
Am I supposed to be under the impression that they cut weight every Tuesday? They make weight.
They did that with Enzo. Who doesn't exist. Like, the first time he was on there, they had this whole thing where he was trying to cut weight. I was like, dude, you're not over 205. At all.
Yeah. I'm 158. You're not over 205, little bud. Like, you're smaller than I am. All right. So our questions of the week. We're going to start with the one that we kind of teased on this episode, this part, which is finishers that shouldn't be kicked out of.
Oh, okay.
Styles Clash. Because it comes out rarely. It's a rare move.
Well, you're wrong.
It should, well, that's the point.
You are very wrong.
And we're basing this off of no one has ever kicked out of Neville's.
Yeah, which is awesome because it shouldn't be. But he only used it for some matches. When he was heel, he was like, "Nah,
because people need to kick out."
Yeah.
So it becomes a problem at some point.
So are these moves that don't get kicked out of already?
No. Things like you would...
I would change?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you could book someone like Neville.
I would make Sami Zayn's signature, the Blue Thunderbomb, his finisher, and make that not kicked out of.
Can't kick out of the Blue Thunderbomb.
You know how he beat AJ when he hit the Haluva, then the Blue Thunderbomb?
Yeah.
I like that combination.
I have a specific thing, but when Bray does the upside down walk, you shouldn't be able to kick out of that Sister Abigail.
Agreed.
You can kick out of the quick ones.
Oh, I have to think of Rob.
But when he charges it up with the walk, you can't kick out.
Kinshasa.
Yeah.
Never should you kick out of a knee to the face.
Yeah. A running knee to the face, nonetheless. One where you're just like sitting there like, and you get blasted. Like when Roman got eliminated from the Rumble. You couldn't have got up, dude. You'd be unconscious and dead. You got decapitated.
Like when they do that's like when he got RKO'd 2 years ago by Randy to win. He got right up. I was like,
yeah.
I know it's to throw him over, but
if they could, now I know this is impossible, but if they could figure out a second finisher for Seth.
Well, he used the knee this week.
Yeah.
But he went for the stomp.
But the stomp would be what I wouldn't kick out of.
Thank you.
But he would only use it rarely.
I think, okay.
Like he'd pull it out in the big moments.
So like he did, even though it wasn't a big moment?
Yeah.
Against Finn?
Yeah, but he'd have another one that he uses more commonly.
I agree. So not the knee.
Yeah, no knee, no kick out of no knee.
I like his Phoenix Splash that he never hits. Ever. I like how Finn, I was going to say Finn's coup de grace, but it's never been kicked out of, so I'm not going to say that.
Huh.
I would, never. That's why he missed it on Cena. So they would protect it.
Actually, AJ kicked out of the Avalanche AA.
Yeah, he did.
I think he's the only one.
Roman did.
I forget that match.
They did.
I will accept it.
Roman did.
He also kicked out of a Styles Clash on a steel chair.
I'd also say someone should kick out a Roman spear one time in their life. Because it's just a spear. Everyone does those. Let me think of people. Drawing a blank on Raw superstars.
Yeah, Raw's like I'm lost. Like
I'm so on SmackDown right now.
Well, Raw has a lot of submissions.
True.
Because like Asuka has submissions, Joe does submissions. There's a lot of submissions.
I forgot about Joe. I forgot he died. Slow death, and it's very
he'll be back again.
I'm gonna think of. Have you've watched Aleister Black, right?
Yeah.
His kick. Don't kick out of that.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well, the thing is, they could hide that one because you can block the kick.
Yeah.
So like they could be like, "Oh, it wasn't clean," and then they could like kind of work it in that way.
That's true.
Because you would get dazed even if you took a kick like that, like this, but you wouldn't be out. But if you eat it clean, then no, you're dead. You died.
I want to just make sure they keep that protected. Like NXT, when I say NXT people, I want that to be protected. There's a difference.
Yeah. Like if I could, Becky Lynch should take Asuka's knee she did last week to Sasha.
Yeah.
And then make that her finisher, and then no one kicks out.
The, what's it called? The Shining Wizard knee.
Yeah. And then we give her that. The disarmor goes away because everyone should kick out of her, break out of a disarmor. Disarmor blows.
I said when we made our top 10 that Becky was number 5 for me, but I agree that it's the worst finisher in wrestling.
And since you brought up Nia's leg drop, how you like Nia's
definitely
leg drop.
Don't kick out of that.
No, reverse it. Don't kick out of the Samoan drop. If she has to pull out the Samoan drop, it's a big deal.
But, I mean, Roman does it every match.
But hers is better.
I'm just saying. It's a move that happens all the time.
But, like, because Roman does it quickly.
True.
She picks him up and, like, stands there and stares into the hard cam.
And then she crushes
and then kills him.
Yeah.
So, like, if she does the leg drop on someone and they kick out, she's like, you know what, you dead piece of shit. And she immediately picks him up on her shoulders and smashes him into the ground again. And then they're done.
Has the phenomenal forearm been kicked out of?
Oh, it has to have.
Because
it's all he does.
I was going to say, if it doesn't, then I'd switch it and make the Styles Clash not and make...
No, because the thing about the Styles Clash is
No, I mean that.
Yeah.
Have that be the real move.
Because he only does it to certain people, and he can't do it to everyone just because of size reasons.
Yeah.
So, like, people should really... Because, basically, if he can't Styles Clash someone...
Can you go to the Raw show so I can see people? Or go to the Royal Rumble thing so I can just look at names. Yeah, thank you.
If he can't Styles Clash you because you're too big, then it makes sense that you're able to kick out of one forearm or something. Like if you're Braun Strowman. Well, if he can Styles Clash you, he pulls that shit out, you're dead, gone, buried.
Yes.
Like, these are things that have to happen. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know that we have... Is there anything else?
I was going to say Baron Corbin's finisher because it's good.
Yeah, but that's booking Baron a bit strong for me, okay?
I want to see if I have to protect a woman. Probably not.
No, they have a lot of submissions.
Kairi Sane's elbow.
They have a lot of submissions.
Shayna doesn't have one. Yeah, they do.
Because I would like Asuka.
Ember Moons.
I would give Asuka, because she has a kick, right?
Yeah, which she uses very rarely.
Kick or knee, whatever. I really like the knee. But kick or knee, I'd let her have one of those.
The knee she just does.
I don't think anyone kicks. Does anyone kick out of Ember Moons?
Asuka did. But that's because she's Roman times infinity.
See, those I would allow.
Yeah.
Like, Undertaker can kick out of any of these.
Well, if you beat The Undertaker with one finisher, we're going to have a fight.
But, like, you have to be on that level. Like, Apollo Crews ain't kicking out of shit.
Yeah.
That's my point.
We can see, because the skull-crushing finale ended.
If you're at Bobby Roode level or below, you can't kick out. Like, Bobby's up there. Like, Cena, Roman, Seth, AJ. Maybe. They can kick out. Yeah. Finn can't kick out.
No.
He's not at that level right now. He can build up to it. He can get to the
level. He
has
the most potential.
He can train his brain to not get concussed.
You know you should be able to kick out of? The Twist of Fate.
He can drink the water and not eat the tomatoes, whatever Brady says, to prevent concussions.
You know, Matt Hardy should create a new move when he's broken, whatever. I don't think there's anyone else. I'm trying to think of NXT real quick.
Matt does kind of change his move though, because like he'll like have their head. He's like, "I will delete you," and he like does it or something. So
have you seen? This is very random. Cedric Alexander's finisher.
Yeah,
that should never be kicked out of ever.
It hasn't yet, right?
No, it should. They fly off knees.
Yeah,
but I mean, I don't really care if it happened, but I'm just saying, it probably shouldn't.
I think those are good ones.
And a gore. There you go. Let's end it with the gore.
While we're building up Elias, I think his neck breaker should be protected in the present moment.
Yeah, even though it's just...
Like AJ Styles Clash, I have on permanent protection. Elias, it's like 6-month protection.
I'm a big fan of moves that can come out of nowhere. So, like, if Randy hits an RKO like that, you definitely shouldn't have kicked out.
Yeah, like, his should be the opposite of my Bray Wyatt rule, where if he charges it up, it's good.
Yeah.
Randy's, if he charges it up, you have a little time to protect yourself. If you don't know what's coming, you're just dead.
And the curb stomp should never be, ever.
Yeah. So our number 2 question.
Yes.
Who should join the Balor Club? Who should be recruited? Because in Japan, they're in a little controversy about who's in charge. In America here, Finn Balor's in charge.
It's funny because you say in Japan, but the match is going to happen in America.
The Americans are having a fight over who should rule their Japanese-American faction of Americans.
But they're having it in America.
Jay White didn't join.
It's the night before WrestleMania.
Yeah. Do you know why Jay White didn't join?
Because he wanted to beat Kenny.
Because Kenny's a bad leader. And he needs to be replaced.
I think Cody's going to take over anyways.
Which is sad because he's...
Well, because they want Coda and Kenny.
I know, but he's one of the not...
I like Cody.
If he keeps the blonde hair, I'll allow him.
He's keeping the blonde hair.
He's allowed with the... If he ever dyes it back, he's
He
done.
looks like a leader. Does he just has better like prestige with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
There's something about him.
So, who would join your Balor Club?
I mean, this is going to just sound automatic because he was part of the Bullet Club, but Adam Cole. That's my first pick.
Okay. I think AJ joins.
Okay, so same thing.
Yeah, like you gotta...
I want AJ and Finn to fight over a leader eventually.
What I want this to do is build to some sort of like large faction versus large faction thing, sort of like they have in Japan.
Yeah, but you're not going to get the Wyatt one.
I'm not going to get my Wyatt collecting souls faction.
Okay, so how about if I took Adam Cole away, you built the Undisputed Era up, and then you built the Balor Club up?
Yeah.
Because that's the closest you can get.
Because I want some group to like hold all the belts, like Japan does.
That's cool.
Like I want
all of Chaos has the belts.
Yeah, like I think AJ should be running a club on SmackDown while Finn's running a club on Raw, and they just start to take over everything. And that's how I would have reunited the Shield, because the Shield would have been like, these motherfuckers taking over everything. We got to work together. Yeah. But unfortunately, they
did it because of the
Curtis Axel, baby.
Well, they fought like 7 people, but
yeah,
and they didn't have them.
His chains were permanently on. Curtis's chains permanently on.
We needed to check the NXT roster.
The NXT roster.
I'm having a tough time with seeing main roster people.
See, here's who can't join. Baron Corbin. He walks alone. He's a lone wolf. Can't join.
I wasn't going to pick him.
He plays the Jay White role of this. But
why are we talking about Jay White?
I hate him.
I consider him Baron Corbin of New Japan.
He is. That's why I referenced him here. But like,
you know,
Shinsuke join?
No.
Shinsuke doesn't join.
No, he doesn't. He's on. Wait, are we talking about one of the two sides that I said, Undisputed Era or Club?
Well, I've got them like trying to take over both brands.
Oh.
If Shinsuke's out there on his own on SmackDown,
Shinsuke might be dumb and just accidentally be like, sure.
like, is Daniel Bryan in the club?
Yes.
It's AJ.
I think Daniel Bryan going in.
So AJ gets Daniel on the SmackDown side of the club.
Yeah.
Now they've got an authority figure.
So you wanted a club, just club, and now you want two clubs, and we're picking for both clubs.
Well, they're one club.
Okay.
But they're
both have their sides. They take over the world.
Yeah, like, okay, so Finn's in charge, right? Finn's the overall club leader. But then he has like his little generals out there, and AJ's the SmackDown head. He rules the SmackDown side.
Well,
kind of like there's factions to
are they heel or not?
There's factions to the Bullet Club. There's like, you know, the elite folk, the sort of
that's it. And the Gorillas.
But it's kind of like there's a little different going on in ROH, sort of.
Well, this is okay. So this is how the Bullet Club goes, just so we can understand what you're trying to say.
You know what I'm saying?
The elite.
You're fans.
Well, they could just be WWE.
Probably true.
The elite, which is Kenny and the Bucks. The Gorillas, who are the Roman cousins. That's what I call them. And then the Cody, Marty, and Hangman Page.
Yeah.
And then there's like just a bunch of other.
So if Japan had two shows,
some
of them would be on one, some of them would be on the other. And
correct.
They'd run the whole thing.
Correct.
So that's how I'm doing this.
Cassius Ohno.
Because you can't have AJ really taking orders from Finn Balor.
Correct. Thank you. Well, I wouldn't call them Bio Club though.
No, they'd just be the club.
They could be the house that AJ Styles built.
Actually, they could be the club overall, and then Raw has the Balor Club, and SmackDown has the Styles Club.
Styles Club sounds good.
Yeah.
I like that.
They could have T-shirts that say Styles.
Cassius Ohno, I'd put him in.
Ooh.
Well, he was
bold.
He was supposed to be part of the Shield.
All right.
Do you know he was supposed to be Roman Reigns?
Okay, that's the CM Punk story.
That's because he's the one that made it.
Yeah. So,
I'm trying to give everyone a role. I wanted to say Pete Dunne, and I was like, nah, he has to stay alone forever.
I think Kevin turns his back on Sammy and joins the Styles Club.
Okay, so I was going to say both of them, but I wanted to know if we were heel or not.
No, I think Sammy joins the other faction that I'm imagining in my head. Whatever it is.
Okay, is Sammy going to be a good guy again? What are is the club heel or not? That's what they're supposed to be, even though everyone cheers them. Are they just there? Are they just...
I mean, I think they start out face. But then as they start to take over everything, they start to get turned on.
Okay, so...
They go into Roman territory where they win all the time, and the fans turn on them.
Okay, so say AJ, Kevin, and... So...
I think my number 2 faction has like Shinsuke and Sammy in it on SmackDown. But like they gotta have a war. There's a war. They would
legitimately need to call up NXT people because it's literally just the indie war we're about to agree on.
But like then you got the Shield. They're a separate thing, right? Because they can't be part.
Right. They won't be part of anything.
But they gotta pick sides. So like ECW joined WCW in the Monday Night War. They pick their side and they pick the Shinsuke side.
Well, if we're being like...
Because they need ammo
New Japan, there's like 3 big factions.
Because I'd have Seth join the club, except then I don't want Roman in my club. So, unfortunately, the Shield has to stay out of it.
Because, legitimately, if we're really real, this whole club is pretty much to kill Roman, let's be honest.
No.
But it will kill Roman.
No, in the end, Roman succeeds.
Why do you want that?
Because I'm helping Vince, alright?
Okay.
Like, Braun refuses to join for the longest time, right? For the longest time. Shinsuke's little group here, they're not winning stuff.
Okay, you're just having the entire NWO.
No,
this is how the NWO went.
But then they get Roman finally to join the Shinsuke and Sammy group.
Here.
They need help. They get Braun.
I'm going to make my 2 sides, and that will be that, okay? I'm going to have... here, I'll have the Balor Club.
Club.
I want the Balor Club versus the AJ Styles Club. That's what's going to be my thing.
Well, eventually it all devolves.
Yeah, so I'm just going to pitch for that because you confused me.
I've got 4 groups.
You went from 2 groups to 4.
No, okay. There's 2 factions, 4 groups, because they're split between brands. Like, the Raw second group is led by The Shield.
Oh my god.
The SmackDown second group is led by Shinsuke and Sammy. They probably get Shane on their side because Daniel's already on the other side. So that just naturally that has to happen. But then the 2 factions try to kill each other. And they start arguing over who gets Braun Strowman. Braun is at the center of it all.
I don't know why we have to have that happen.
I'm building him up to a future star.
Well, yeah, okay.
So at Mania, he wins all the belts.
He just wins all of them. In the end, Braun versus everyone.
He's the tag champs. He's the Intercontinental. He's the women's champ.
And what happens to the New Day?
They're not here. No, they probably,
They're probably part of the Sammy Shinsuke team.
Yeah.
For
The
being real.
Usos would have joined the Styles Club.
So you're going in the New Japan idea where everyone's part of something. Okay.
Yeah. There's not enough factions.
Okay, so I'm just going to go.
There's too many teams.
I'm not going to name who or where the faction is. I'm just going to name the factions. So the club, the Balor Club. Mm-hmm. They just have their name. So I'm not.
All right, fine.
They will have Finn.
Mine's better.
Those 2. I'm just going by what you told me. How many per piece? Whatever.
Doesn't matter.
I'm going to give 5 per. Okay, so those 3.
You can have whoever you want.
They don't get him. I don't know. You confuse me so much.
Well, you start to realize when you're booking this that we can't have everyone join one club.
No.
And I want everyone in my club, so I had to make more clubs.
This is a big 3.
I wanted more friends.
Okay, well,
fine. Who would you, if you had to book it the way Vince is gonna do it?
This is Vince's way.
You get a maximum of 3 people to join Balor's group. Who joins Balor's group?
So Adam Cole.
This is why it became unfun, because then you just know who joins. That's
yeah, you do know who joins. It
would
literally probably just be the Undisputed Era.
I'd probably have Cole, AJ, and Seth.
Okay, well, that's just an unfair club.
But that's the point. I want them dominating.
Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't mind that.
I want to dominate.
Those would probably be the 3 if, I just have them dominating, because I like them all.
And then you could have Roman,
Those 3 were literally in my list.
Roman convinces Seth to backstab the club like he always does, because he's a backstabbing bastard, to reunite the Shield to take on the club.
Is there any women in any of these clubs?
There could be. But they probably fit better into my 2-faction 4-club group than into the Balor.
Each of them, there's 2 each.
Because, who would join Balor Club on the women's side?
Becky.
I mean, Charlotte seems the more logical.
I don't know. I saw in WWE 2K18 that someone made a Becky.
But if we imagine, that they're all wearing similar gear, I feel like Charlotte would look better in a Balor Clubby gear. Becky would look weird.
Becky has the worst gear, so everyone.
But Charlotte could have a badass black robe.
You saw the robe, but she has a cool jacket.
But steampunk Balor Club would not work.
Well, yeah, Becky would probably be on the Shinsuke team.
Yeah,
they're not turning her heel.
And Sasha,
I'm saying the Balor Club's heel, by the way.
Sasha would work if they started all wearing gold chains. If they all became gold chain
the homie club.
Yeah, if the Usos joined and they got a bunch of chains, it would be fine. You people out there should answer both our questions. Which finisher would you protect and prevent people from kicking out of, and who would join your club, or who would join your 2 factions 4-club system as implemented right here and right now?
Wasn't ready for that one.
No, you were not. But you know what you were ready for? The link's in the description. That's what you were ready for. They're there. You click them, you do stuff, you follow, you like, you subscribe.
The Rusev Club, that's there.
That's never going to happen.
The Rusev Day Club.
He's one of the people not in one of the factions. Him and Aiden are just someone pick us. They're the last people to be chosen for this fucking dodgeball team. Yeah. No, Heath gets a job. This is his first job.
He needs a job. He has kids.
Yeah, he'll maintain the equipment.
Does James Ellsworth get a team?
He'll clean the shirts. James will be a mascot.
Okay.
They'll give him an AJ mask and he'll run around the sidelines like, yeah, AJ.
All right, just wanted to make sure.
Styles Club. Anyways, thank you for watching.
You just had titles worldwide. Sorry, continue.
You're probably new here. You should probably subscribe or like on Facebook. Otherwise, I think we're done. You're done.
I am done.
This was a decent week.
You confused me.
Our questions were better than the shows. Anyways, we'll see you later.